Hi friends, we have one sloka from Bhartruhari. Bhartruhari, we know, he is the poet philosopher, he was also a king, and then he has written this Niti Shataka, 100 poems which tell about various social situations and about human conduct, etc. So this is one sloka from that particular collection. So this is talking about knowledge. A little knowledge is a very dangerous thing. That is what we know in English also. There is a saying, a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Suppose a person is totally ignorant. You can actually go explain to him something step by step. Suppose somebody does not know anything. So you can just make him sit and you can explain to him step by step and make him understand. Suppose somebody is already an expert and you are discussing something with him. And then you can easily communicate to him because he understands it totally and then he grasps it immediately. But a person who has some little knowledge and then who thinks he knows a lot, you can't convince him, because even if you want whatever you want to say, he will put some counter question. He thinks he knows already a lot and then he is not in a mood to listen to you. So we are talking about such a person who has some little knowledge and who is very hard to be convinced. So this poem is about that. So let us read this poem. Agnyas sukhamaradhyah sukhataram aradhyate visheshajnyah jnanalava durvidagdham brahmapi naram naranjayati. Okay. So it says, it's a wonderful sloka which is very often quoted. Ajnaha. Jnaha means somebody who knows a thing. Jnaha. Jnanam, you know. Jna is K-N-O-W. Kno is Jna in Sanskrit. So Ajnaha is somebody who does not know a particular thing. Not his fault, because you can't know everything on earth. So not knowing about a thing is not your fault, because the knowledge is so vast. So Ajnaha, but you should have the willingness, the preparedness, the humility to listen and then to understand. So if that is there, it is good enough. So that it is humility and then preparedness is a very nice ground. It is a nice ground on which somebody else can come and then he can explain to you. If this is not there, this humility and preparedness is not there, it is something like a bumpy ground. People cannot come and then people can't interact with you. So Ajnaha, Sukham Aradhyaha. Sukham means happily. Aradhyaha means he can easily be made to understand. Aradhyaha. Aradhanam. What is Aradhanam? Aradhanam actually means something like a worship or prayer. In that sense, it is in a different context. But here Aradhyaha means he can be easily convinced, he can be easily told, he can be easily taught, or he can be easily made to understand in all these senses. Ajnaha, Sukham, Aradhyaha. Then you come to the next man. Visheshajnyaha. Visheshajnyaha means a person who knows already that subject, who knows a lot about that subject. Sukhataram aradhyate. Suppose you are saying something new to him on that particular subject. You are saying something new. Sukhataram aradhyate. That is more happily. The first man you can teach happily. And the second Visheshajnyaha you can teach more happily. You can tell rather, you can communicate more happily. Sukhataram aradhyate. You can convince him, you can communicate to him more happily. Then we come to the third category where the person is not having humility. A person is actually burning with a little knowledge. So a little knowledge is actually creating so much of excitement in him. He is so excited with his little knowledge, and with all this burning excitement, he is not prepared to listen to you. So he is the third person. Jnana lava durvidagdhaha. Jnana lava. Jnana means knowledge. Lava means a little bit. Lava. Jnana lava durvidagdhaha. He is vidagdhaha. Dagdha means what? You know the word dahana. Dahana means to burn. Dagdha means something which is burnt. This fellow is burnt in the sense that he is burning with a little knowledge. So he is so haughty with his very little knowledge. He is unprepared to listen to anybody else. So such a person, he cannot be entertained. He cannot be naranjayati. Brahmapi. Even the creator Brahma comes. Why do you take the word creator here? Because Brahma is somebody who is having 4 heads. 4 heads, they symbolize 4 Vedas. So somebody who knows all the 4 Vedas, a person who knows all the 4 Vedas means a person who has got a lot of knowledge. So that person, even such a person cannot convince a fool, because This fellow is so haughty with this little learning, so burnt up. So if there is total darkness, the image also this image also is quite good here. Durvidagdha, that image of burning is also good here. Suppose there is total darkness, you can light a candle and then you can bring light. There is of course some burning is there is a lot of light, isn't it? And then there is a bigger light, bigger say flame, and then there is a bigger light. So it is okay, fine. Then you add some more fuel to that, and then it lights much. It glows much in a much better way. But then there is only fire and smoke. There is no light. There is much fire and smoke, and then you go somewhere near, and then you just get the smoke, and then you keep coughing. And then there is no question of say having light there. There is only some burning and a lot of smoke, and then a lot of dirt, and then you end up coughing. So such a thing, it is something which is of no use. You can't do anything with that. So that image also can be brought in here. That image of fire, image of light. Light also means fire, isn't it? Fire not only means heat, but also light. So this gentleman who is having this jnana lava durvidagdha, who is ignited by little knowledge, who is actually ignited by this little knowledge, he is not having light, there is only heat, and then you go near him and then you unnecessarily get burnt. So that is what happens. So that is this particular shloka. Let us read it again. Ajñas sukhamāradhyah sukhataramaradhyate visheshajñah jnānalava durvidagdham brahmāpi naram naranjayati. Fine.